Okay, so this is another video, and this time I've got a new portal that I've been handed over and just trying to change some stuff. And I think this one's been manually coded. Just a little bit of the code right here, and of course the goal is to kind of manage to navigate through an unfamiliar code and do changes. And at this particular moment the customer ordered for me to change the titles of all the objects which are like apartments and rental space on the coast. So he doesn't want the titles to be visible, because then the visitors can just contact the apartments directly and avoid paying the revenue, obviously, or how you call it, fee. So he wants me to change all the titles for these objects from these human readable ones and linkable to real objects to something more generic. Now, since the code is quite substantial and it's manually coded, so obviously only the author knows what's been done. Now I need to find my way and find all instances of these titles in the code and change them from these human readable titles into this numeric. So the way that I'm going to do that is by using traces, and a concrete example is this title right here. Now I want to find where this has been fetched from the database so that I can check it and change it into a code. Now, if you haven't already seen the way I've set up debugging with XDebug and Eclipse, you need to check out my other video. Just check out my channel. And now I'm just going to show you how to quickly find your way in a strange code. Okay. So what we're going to be looking at into are these trace files. And the current one that I have, it's an old one, so I don't need it. I'm going to remove that one, and I'm just going to render a new one. Now the way I do this is just append an XDebug trace equals 1. This is a feature of one of the later versions of XDebug, and I have actually created a backport for Debian. I'm going to just quickly search for that thing and see if I can find where have I posted that. I think that's the one. Yeah, this is my post and the links to backports that I've posted on my server. So using these backports you can install the newer version of XDebug if it haven't become outdated already, which will enable you to use this feature that I'm using right now, this get parameter to trigger the tracing. Now how this works is very simple. As soon as Apache receives this, actually not Apache but XDebug receives this parameter, it will simply write a trace into the folder where you've configured it, and in my case that's a temporary folder, so I'm just going to let it roll and let it. What is this? Well, that's a slight problem. It doesn't accept. Oh, I've written an ampersand instead of a question mark. So this way it should work. So we should be getting a trace file right up here. There it is, it's 34 megabytes. So now just simply opening up any tool that allows you to just skim through it quickly, and I'm looking for this string right here. This is where it's found. Now just find a piece of code that fetched it, and that should probably be this thing in here, WSDL server self PHP 226. So I just quickly go to that line of code. That's right in here, server self line 226, and that's where we fetched it. And this is the SQL that actually fetched the records. So instead of this, I want to simply use the code, and I'm going to do this like this. Instead of, this is the title of the object in creation, I'm going to select this as the same column, which just substitutes it, and that's it. Right. Give it a little bit of formatting. Yeah. That should be about it. Okay, we just reload it without trace and see if so what should this thing here should change from that into some sort of code. Let's see if we were successful. Yep. So the title has been changed, and this one is removed. It should work on, obviously, on all instances of it right now. And we get it. Yep, we get it completely right. Actually, I want to do this in hex, because that's just an idea of mine. Not really relevant. Just a bunch of numbers, looks kind of ugly. Mixed with a little bit of letters, looks a bit prettier when I get the letters. Which I just don't right now. But okay, this is less important. That's basically the entire content of this tutorial. So the point that I wanted to show you is how to use traces to find the exact spot where a piece of information was fetched from the database. I think I should just show you the configuration of my, I believe, I don't know where it is actually. Let me just see the location of the XDebug initialization. So this is my config, and the stuff that configures the trace trigger. This is for the profiler, this is for the trace. This is the setting that enables this post parameter that we've been using, and this obviously configures where it will be stored, while this setting in here tells the trace code in XDebug to collect not only the names of the parameters in the functions but also the values as well. And this is what actually enables you to catch the point in the execution line where a particular value appears for the first time, which is extremely useful when you are browsing through an unfamiliar code. So that's about it for this time. You can see the line that I used to record this video on my Debian desktop. And that's it. Talk to you soon. Enjoy.